You ever heard somebody be like, girl, I feel you? Have you ever been the person who can feel the other person? You're like, I can feel you. What's going on? That is because you are energetically, spiritually showing up, and we can see your feelings. We can feel your feelings. It's coming through all the micro aggressions or movements. It's coming through the, what? I don't know, what they say, 70% something plus of communication that we do that doesn't come out of our mouth. So when you can say, okay, I'm really excited about this new proposal, people can see if you're telling the truth. Now, some of you are amazing liars, and so, it takes really, really special people. But most of us, we energetically are just showing up the way that we actually really feel. Do you know that is why we can only attract what we are? As a man or woman thinketh, so is she. Like, if you think that you are down in the dumps and you're not going to be someone who can ever, find marriage, or you're not going to be able to make the income you could, then guess what? That's why energy is going to attach to energy. It has to hum at a certain frequency. But you are you're the beginning of that frequency. So if you're like, it's not going to work, it's not going to work, everything around you is going to go, it's not going to work, it's not going to work. But if you're like, oh, it's totally going to work. If you get into grand delusion and no, it's going to work. I'll show you. It'll work. I don't care if it's last minute. Guess what's going to happen? It's going to work. You got to read this book, Power versus Force. It's amazing. And how they're actually measuring your energy. But this is why this is important. This is why it's important. Because it doesn't matter if you go for the client. If you energetically don't believe the client will be able to value what you provide, it's just too much. It's not going to work. It doesn't matter if you go out on the date. If you put out, I'm not worthy, guess who's going to only be attracted to you? The people who know that you think you're not worthy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you go for the promotion. Even if you get the promotion, they'll literally hire you because they know they can use you, not because they actually value what you offer. You have to energetically believe that what you have to offer is extremely valuable. And I'm telling you, sometimes that takes work. We have an amazing conference retreat coming up. But this conference retreat makes you unforgettable in a weekend. People don't forget who you are. People don't misuse who you are. People don't manipulate who you are. People will value who you are. That's what a feminine approach to confidence is how do I show up as I actually am, created in the image of God? Because if I don't show up that way, I'm going to keep attracting scenarios that agree with what I believe, which is I am not amazing and I am not created in the image of God. And I promise you this, it doesn't matter how many times you say it. If you don't believe it, if you energetically don't really believe it, you can say it out of your mouth and no one else will believe you too. You have to believe it.